Hello, greetings. Welcome to this edition of EMS Now Up Close. I'm Eric with EMS Now, and it's my pleasure to speak today again with Heriberto Cuevas. He is the sales manager and team leader for Mexico and South America for Koh Young Americas. Heriberto, it's been a few years since I actually last interviewed, so I'm glad to get a chance to speak to you again.
Thank you.
Um,
My pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Why don't we begin by allowing you to say, like I said, you're the sales manager and team leader for Mexico. Explain your role within Koh Young and your areas of responsibility.
Well, that's a very good question, Eric. Basically, I'm in charge of the operation for Koh Young in Mexico and South America. It is also related to the follow-up to the quality in the service, post-sales activities, all sales-related activities too. So we work very close to all the branch in the America, of course, but I'm in charge of the portion for this area, Mexico and South America.
Yeah. And within South America, I always think of Brazil as the most dominant one, but which all countries are you active in?
Well, as you mentioned, Brazil is the second one after Mexico, of course, but we also have Argentina, Ecuador, Costa Rica, República Dominicana. So the activities, less activity there, but part of the duties.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me then, maybe start with Mexico first. How is business trending in the region for you?
So we are seeing like a very strange, I would say, situation where other companies are in the mix now. I mean, different segment. Yeah, you used to be dominated by automotive, but now we have a combination of other segments like industrial, medical, telecom, computer. So it's I would say it's a trend that, from my point of view and my perspective, is doing some synergy with the whole market in Mexico.
Okay. And what about South America then? Is it the same or is it a little different?
I would say it's a little different. I would say they have more consumable products, maybe more related to, televisions, cell phones,
Okay.
wearables. So, but at the end, combining, South America and Mexico, we have a very good combination or mix of different segment markets.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what I also wanted to ask you about is, you said how Mexico is now more than just automotive. I used to say when people said that China was the three C's, that Mexico is the three A's, which is automotive, aeronautics, and appliances, right? Big appliances but that's changed, right? I mean, and back then, so I wanted to ask you about that. How do you see this? How does Mexico differentiate itself differently these days? It's not just seen as a low-cost destination anymore.
That's right, Eric, and that's very important situation to highlight because I would say 10 years ago, something like that, we were seeing like a very cheap market, but now we have very good processes. We have good skills and knowledge of the team working around the country, and that it's giving us like a different level in the market. So it's not only for cost, it is also technology, is skills, is knowledge. It's working together with universities that it is putting us in a different level at this moment, as I see it, of course.
Yeah. And what you said, there was also the strong engineering talent that's coming and developed within Mexico.
Definitely. We have people, with 20, 25 years of experience. You cannot buy that in, any other part of the world. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And of course, just very well established infrastructure still, the proximity to the United States does it. But, when I think about what's driving that and what you're saying, all these other sectors coming in, is that a lot have to do with geopolitical things, kind of the reshoring, as they call it, with people trying to move out of Asia, move things closer?
It's hard to answer, honestly, but I would say everything is changing, So what we are doing, as I see it, also is we are adapting to these new needs of the market. So Of course, being very close to USA, it's an advantage for us, of course.
Yeah.
So, but it's a mix of situations there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine there is for each different sector, there's probably a different business case, right? So,
Correct.
and but the supply chain still remains so strong down in Mexico that it's able to support all these variations.
That's right, including the logistics. You know, logistics is also a good part for this kind of
Yeah.
situations we are dealing with. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about kind of the Koh Young piece too, because I see AI spoken about everywhere these days, right? Everybody, in their marketing, the AI is in there somewhere. So tell me, what impact has AI had for the benefit of Koh Young and your service offerings?
Well, in our particular situation, Eric, it is more related because our foundation of technology
Mhm.
is through 3D measurement data.
Yeah.
So what we can do with this data analysis, we can have real-time situations to stop the line and prevent more issues. In consequence, will give us more through output in the SMT lines, better
Mhm.
quality, and less human dependent activities. So AI is more focused on that. Reduce the repetibility task of the people to avoid human errors in some point, right? And at the end, it's cost, it's efficiency, and it's more and better quality.
Yeah. And I know that K-Smart is kind of the software platform, whatever you wish to call it, that kind of helps. That is that the main thrust then that people see the AI being demonstrated in?
That's right, Eric. K-Smart, I would say, is like we say in Mexico, the cherry over the cake in the top of the cake. You know, you have all this information, you have all this data. Uh, so again, what we can do with this data,
Mm.
analyze, act in consequence. So this is K-Smart. It's a full suite of solutions, including from the control of the jobs and recipes,
Mhm.
the data to analyze, and also to have closed loop communication with other machines like printer, like mounter. So because we have this measurement data, Eric, that is the best thing of the case mark, you know.
Yeah. And that you raise an interesting question. I travel around and visit EMS companies quite a bit, and I've noticed on SMT lines when I see them, sometimes there'll be a Koh Young SPI, but a different brand AOI afterwards, right? Or vice versa, somebody else's SPI, but a Koh Young AOI. Um, is there benefit, maybe this is a leading question, to have both being Koh Young, other than obviously sales for you? But I mean, does the K Smart work just as effectively if it were not matching?
Well, K-Smart at the end of the day will give you all this information to analyze and fix the process, improve the process. But of course, having both machines, I would say, for instance, SPI and AOI, you will be able to have a link between them. What will give you it's a correlation data to make sure what we are seeing in the SPI it's something uh, you know useful in the AOI, which is can be pre-reflow or post-reflow. So combining these two, let's say, information is going to be easier for the team at the end of the day to have the root cause for any kind of issue they are facing in the line.
Okay. And that's a good point you just made there, because I remember it's been over a year now that a case study from Koh Young about people starting to use the AOI both pre and post reflow. Are you seeing that picking up in Mexico as more industry sectors start building there?
Not really, Eric. I think part of the challenges is to show the real advantage of having this, pre-reflow combining with the post-reflow.
Yeah.
So of course, there are some specific markets and I would say companies looking for that uh,
Hmm.
to start like evaluating the solution and then take a decision where should be moving forward.
Okay. Good. No, I was always curious about that. I've seen that in different places, and I always wonder what the rationale is for doing it or not doing it in some cases. So,
Yeah.
other than cost, I mean, and I'm sure that's always a factor, but more, I think it has more to do with quality than anything else.
That's right. At the end, it's part of the job, to show how this solution combining pre and post can really save a lot of money to the companies.
No, exactly, exactly. Well, I wanted to ask you about a couple other things real quick while I have you. One is I know that you recently attended the SMTA International up there in Rosemont. I was glad that it moved from Minnesota back to Chicago where it belonged, but that's just my opinion. What were your impressions there? How was the show for you?
It's very interesting to see all the people focus on trying to get the new things of the vendors, the new technologies, new tools. They also, stop by in the booth to say, I have this challenge. How can you help me uh, to find a solution to this challenge, this specific requirement? So it's a different market compared to Mexico. It's not best, it's not worst, it's just different. So based on that, we focus on trying to deliver the right information they need for the specific situations they have. So for me, it was a very good experience to see all the challenges in the other market, to
Hmm.
compare, do some kind of correlation, do a benchmarking between us,
Yeah.
see, hey, I can apply this in this kind of a situation, and I can bring your knowledge, your feedback to this part of the world.
Mhm.
Very, very interesting situation, Eric.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't get to go. My editor actually attended this year. Um, and so, but again, that's always been such a big show. I know, of course, in Guadalajara, the SMTA Expo down there is probably the biggest show in Mexico for the industry as well. And
I think so.
that's always well attended. So,
Yeah, but good quality. Both shows, they have very good quality. And for us, it's always a learning sessions. Talking with the
yeah,
customers, because every single year they have something new, and that's part of the challenge, to be in continuous improvement, learning,
yeah.
improve skills.
So, are you on the board for the SMTA then, or what's your role?
Yeah, I'm part of the certification program.
Okay.
So indeed, I'm the coordinator here for Guadalajara chapter.
Okay.
So yeah, that's part of my role in the SMTA.
You wear many hats. Before I let you go, I did want to ask. I know that you have a webinar coming up. I believe it's on November 19th that you'll be co-hosting with Repstronics down there. Tell us about that. What is it? Who should attend? What's it going to cover?
Excellent question, Eric, and good subject to talk about, because we are trying to have, like, in regular basis, this kind of webinars. We call this Koh Young Academy, and
Mhm.
the main focus and purpose of these webinars is to continue improving the skills and the knowledge of our customers. Also, for those that are not our customers already, but to show how our technology can help to these specific situations, how they can use this Ferrari, as I see it. They have a Ferrari already, so just use it in the best way. So this is not a sales meeting, it's not a sales webinar, it's all related to the technical side, trying to strengthen the skills and the knowledge of the users. So this one is in particular, Eric, is more focused. Hey guys, you have a machine that it's capable to check solder issues, very important, like heading pillow, insufficient voids, blah blah blah. So based on that, we have already prepared very good information we consider the customer can use with the AOI and SPI. So it is only one part of this webinar, so we will continue doing this every 2 months. It's a plan with different topics based on the also customer feedback. So after this webinar, at the end, we will be delivering a survey. Hey guys, let me know how it works. Is it good information? You need something else? We
Yeah.
can adjust, you know.
What works and what doesn't. So if people are interested in that, where should they look to register for it?
We are about to launch the campaign
Okay.
for the link registration and everything. So hopefully this Friday should be ready out there for all the people. We will be doing this by email and also in our LinkedIn
Okay.
page. Yeah,
Okay. Uh, if I could ask, send it to me as well, the link, and we'll post it in our events calendar for the industry as well.
I do really appreciate it. We will do it that way.
That'll be interesting. And then on a move forward, as you're doing these every 2 months or as you're doing them, please include us and we'll help promote them as well for you.
I will do, Eric. Thank you so
Good,
much. Yeah,
good, good, good. Well, good. Well, listen, it's good to catch up. Hope to see you again in person somewhere. I'm sure that'll happen. But thank you for taking time today to give an update about Koh Young, what you're seeing in the market, and also about the webinar that you have upcoming.
thanks to you, Eric. It's always my pleasure to be here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.